Anyone else waiting on the edge of their seats for Season 3 of Cobra Kai? We feel you. The story is absolutely addicting, and we can't wait to see what comes next. We know fellow fans agree that there are a ton of Easter eggs, and today we're going to talk about some of the most insane ones. They definitely add some juicy, spicy, dramatic, and super cool flairs to the show we already love so much. If you need some context or are interested in more Cobra Kai videos, be sure to check out our channel. Friends, we're going to be discussing both seasons of the show, so if you haven't yet caught up on Cobra Kai, here's your spoiler alert. Like teacher, like student. Well, we know that the new generation on Cobra Kai are learning to take after their respective senseis, whether it's Daniel, Johnny, or Kreese. But friends, if you were already a fan of the actors on the show, you'll be even more of a fan by knowing this. Most of the new actors on Cobra Kai have a background in either dance or martial arts, which helps when it comes to those complex fight scenes. In fact, Miguel has already studied a form of karate, which most definitely adds to his authentic appeal on the show. So, the show's creators definitely made sure that they went the extra step to make this as real as possible. Speaking of real, the roller coaster frenemy relationship between Johnny and Daniel actually made an on-screen appearance in between Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. That's right, any How I Met Your Mother fans out there? You'll know what I'm talking about. Both actors made an appearance on the show, with Zabka revealed as the clown at the bachelor party, which was hilarious. So the iconic pair's influence runs so deep that they just had to bring them in on external shows, which is what makes Cobra Kai even better. Also, have you noticed how the show still pays homage to their original characters' inability to agree upon even one thing? We see that old habits die hard, that Johnny sticks to cheap pizza and cheap beer even if he has the money to purchase otherwise, while Daniel, in his fancy ways, can be found drinking a martini or something more appropriate for his tax bracket. The dichotomy between the two has definitely evolved, but these two will always have something to disagree about. Where they do agree, though, they both seem to hate technology. Johnny stays completely away from it, while Daniel's entire house is built around the use of technology. This pays a little nod to the fact that these two are indeed not from this era, and we're reminded that although they live completely different lives, the mutual dislike for technology is very apparent. Well, in real life, the actors have some similarities to the characters. Did you know that after Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio continued to get work as an actor up until quite recently before Cobra Kai? Well, Zabka was a little bit of the opposite. We didn't see him in a lot of acting roles, if any, after Karate Kid, which made Cobra Kai that much more special, both for Zabka as well as Johnny, as the reboot provided a new stage for the actor and the character. Speaking of real life, we absolutely loved seeing the original Cobras reunite on their road trip. Unfortunately, in the show, their good friend Tommy is sick with cancer, and it was really sad to see their one last big hurrah all together on screen. However, friends, what is even more awful is that the actor who played Tommy, Robert Scott Garrison, actually ended up passing away on September 27, 2019, shortly after the Cobra Kai episode was released. This was yet another parallel from the show to real life, and we were sad to see the tragic passing of one of our favorite characters from the original Karate Kid franchise. His memory, however, lives on through his work and his talent, as well as the on-screen friendships he was a part of that live on through Cobra Kai. Everything about that reunion was so awesome. The motorcycles, the Cobra garb, the general sense of self-esteem among the men being back together with their original crew. There was even definitely an energy shift we saw with Johnny as well, like he felt like he was on top of the world when he was with his boys. Well, in that reunion, we were missing Dutch, right? Check out this juicy bit of information. In the show, they said he was in jail, so he couldn't meet up with his boys. But in reality, get this. The original actor, Chad McQueen, actually left acting to pursue being a race car driver and created McQueen Racing, LLC. When we found out about this, our jaws dropped. We were wondering where Dutch was, but never considered that this would be the reason why he turned down the role on Cobra Kai. Well, we love seeing that everyone has their own passions in life and love even more that they pursue them. We do, however, see a lot of the characters from the original movies returning to Cobra Kai, right? Well, we're pretty sure another one of Daniel's rivals, Chosen, will be returning to the story. For more info about our speculation regarding this, definitely check out our other video about Chosen's return in Season 3, since we're pretty sure Daniel will be returning to Okinawa and exploring his Miyagi-Do roots further. Side note, are the two friends now? Let us know what you think in the comments below. So, we all know Hawk, right? Well, he wasn't always that image of Hawk that comes to mind when we think of him now. This whole show is about change and evolution and the complexity of the characters, and you may have forgotten, but when we first see him, he's this super shy kid with a scar above his lip, which no doubt contributes to his insecurities. He doesn't believe that he'll be accepted into the normal ranks at school, and he's struggling with his self-esteem in those first few times we see him. Well, as the episodes go on, it's amazing the kinds of changes he makes. After a little push from Sensei Lawrence, he digs deep to find his true identity, and comes back with a completely changed appearance. Going so far as to even getting a back tattoo to symbolize his new brand as Hawk. Over time, too, we see that significant scar fade away, which is not just physically symbolic that time has the ability to heal scars, but also emotional ones as well, as the fading of the scar is synonymous with his rising self-esteem throughout the series. Did anyone catch that moment when Johnny rents out the dojo as a yoga studio to be able to keep up with his finances? Seeing the dichotomy between the calm, peaceful yoga vibes versus the tenets of Cobra Kai karate definitely gave us a chuckle. I mean, of all the things he could have gone with, he went with the total opposite, or seemingly opposite, of everything Cobra Kai stands for, and we thought it was absolutely hilarious. However, there are always little hidden gems linked into this show, and while we watched Johnny's disapproving face as the yoga class begins, there's something you might have missed. The first pose they do is actually the Cobra. This, friends, led us to believe that the creators wanted us to realize that as different as things may seem, there can always be a hidden overlap between the two that makes us question how different they actually are. The theme of the Cobra is something they can all get behind, and we thought this was super cool, definitely worth sharing. Fellow Cobra Kai fans, there are so many reasons to love this show and dissect it even further, but these were the hidden gems we felt were the most worth mentioning. What other Easter eggs did you find throughout the 2 seasons? What kinds of parallels and key moments throughout the show do you think will then resurface in Season 3? Leave us a comment below. As usual, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell as we bring you more juicy info, gossip, and speculation about the shows and stars you know and love. Until next time!